Hi, Elizabeth. I've enjoyed watching and listening to your videos. I have noticed that you seem to feel a real disconnect between your literacy coaches and your special ed department on your campus. And I know on our campus, we're very small. We're a 3A school, but we only have one elementary school, one intermediate, one middle, and one high school. And one of the things that I feel like, as far as communication goes, is, and you mentioned this, is that the benefits of face to face conversations. I know that when I send an email, it's very difficult for me to make sure that what my intentions are through my email. And so I feel like you desire to know more about teaching literacy, and you mentioned limited staff and you mentioned full plates. And I feel like I'm coming from that same place where I am. I'm in Boyd. It's a rural community, it's very small. And you mentioned everyone's plates are full. And I know that that is the case in my district. Everybody is really being asked to do so many things that are not necessarily even in their wheelhouse. But one of the things that I do feel like is in my wheelhouse, or at least one of my strengths, is the literacy component. And that is simply because when I took my teaching courses through undergrad, I focused on reading. And so coaching, I feel like, really can be beneficial. And I have a feeling that literacy coaching is limited in knowledge to help special needs. I feel like I know that me as a gen ed teacher, as a reading teacher, I feel limited with special ed. And so because of that, I often may step back from that. And because I don't know how to help those that are special needs students, and I don't know how to support the special needs teachers. And so I think that's something where really some collaboration could be beneficial. And I'm curious if anyone knows of any um, research-based reading programs that show success for those with special needs. I know that when I started guided reading groups, I really felt the same frustrations that you're talking about. I was teaching fifth grade when guided reading came about, and our literacy coach, our reading specialist, really was pushing for guided reading groups, and I really felt some frustration because I didn't know exactly how to do it. And a big piece was there isn't one set way to do guided reading. You have to pick what works best for you and what works best for your students. And so one of the things I've learned is that it takes time. It takes time for me to try some things out and to fail and to try them again. And then I also realized that it really depends on what my students need. And so I really enjoyed listening to you because I sense that you're frustrated with the literacy side when in working with special ed students. And I'm just curious if your principal, your administrator, has allowed for some collaboration or PLC time for you to spend time with your literacy coaches, or if you have a reading specialist, so that you could get some ideas, or that you could observe and then go try them out, and they could observe you and maybe give you some suggestions. I'm very interested in what you have to say, and so I thank you for just your honesty and sharing your thoughts with literacy and with the special ed department. Thanks so much.